If you're over 50 and concerned about your blood pressure or clogged arteries, now is the perfect time to explore natural, safe, and effective solutions. In today's video, we'll dive into 5 herbal teas that are not only delicious and easy to drink, but also offer incredible benefits for heart health. These teas aren't just familiar beverages. They're your ultimate companions in maintaining a healthy heart and improving blood circulation. What's even more special, information in this video is inspired by Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a leading expert in natural health, who has conducted extensive research on herbal remedies. And the most exciting part? The last herb we'll introduce is a surprising friend with unexpected benefits for your health. So make sure to watch until the end to uncover this amazing secret.
So I'm going to start with one that I'm not going to touch. And you'll know why I'm not going to touch it. Because it is stinging nettle. And I found this wonderful specimen this morning. Stinging nettle. Did you know that in the little cottage gardens when people first settled in, is that wind? When Australia was first settled, the English colonies, and they had gardens, they always had a bed of stinging nettle. And stinging nettle can be used for, in a stew. You can use it like spinach. And we want rubber gloves on it, really thick rubber gloves. And you cut it up and you put it in your stew. And as soon as it cooks, it limps. And when it limps, of course, you've got no more of the prickly things. And also it annuls, so to speak, the stinging of it. So why would you use stinging nettle? Stinging nettle's roots go deeper than any other root. And because the roots go so deep, they are able to access minerals way down deep in the earth. The top plants can't actually access the minerals that the roots get if they're way down deep. So this stinging nettle, and you can almost tell because it is so dark green. You see, the darker the green, the higher the mineral content. So at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, we serve our guests breakfast like a king and lunch like a queen and tea like a pauper. And so the evening drink that we give our guests is broth. And we cook onions with the skin on it and potatoes with the skin and celery and all the celery leaves, and we slowly cook that for about 4 hours, and in the last half hour we'd put stinging nettle in. And for a maybe 5-6 litre pot, we'd put about that much stinging nettle in. And then before we serve it, we strain it. So all the minerals that are in all those vegetables and all the minerals that are in that stinging nettle go into the water. So I say to our guests, aren't you glad we don't ask you to eat stinging nettle? We just drink the water from it. So all the minerals that are in the plants are now in the broth. So we strain that. And what we strain out is basically not good for much because all the minerals are now in the water. And I know an old Aussie habit, the ladies used to cook their veggies on a Sunday and cook their roast, and then the water from the vegetables they would make their gravy with. That was because it gives a nice flavour. You know what the flavour is? The flavour is minerals. So before we serve our broth, we put a couple of spoons of Celtic salt in it, and our guests love that broth at night. It really is what women used to call stock, yeah? And they'd have their big old fuel stove and a big pot, and they'd cut up their carrots and put the tops and the ends in, and they cut up their onion and put the onion skins in. That's basically what we do. First 2 days at Misty Mountain Health Retreat are juicing day days. So we just put the veggies together. But on the cooking days, there's always a broth pot in the kitchen. And, when the parsley is being cut up, all the sticks from the parsley, they put in the broth. And it's the best stock. So, feel free to do that. Feel free to put your stinging nettle in, make a nice big broth pot, because then you can freeze it in little containers, and it's a great base for soups, great base for cooking your legumes, and a great evening meal is just having that cup or two of broth, very high in minerals. The nettle is also reported to help with the inflammation of the prostate gland. The nettle, being very, very high in minerals, is high in iron, so it's very good for people who are a little bit challenged with anemia. But you know, the main cause of anemia is low hydrochloric acid, and tonight, in my lecture on the gut, I'm going to show you how you can boost hydrochloric acid levels to heal anemia, to help get that iron out of the food. So that's what you would use stinging nettle for.
When people think of stinging nettle, the immediate association is often the unpleasant stinging sensation when touched accidentally. However, behind its thorny exterior lies a treasure trove of incredible nutritional benefits. This plant is far more than a bothersome weed. It's a natural superfood with astounding health advantages, especially when brewed into tea. Remarkably, when boiled, the stinging chemicals in nettle become inactive, allowing you to enjoy its rich nutrients without any discomfort. Stinging nettle is a powerhouse of essential minerals such as iron, calcium, potassium, and magnesium, nutrients that keep your body functioning smoothly and brimming with energy. Additionally, it's packed with key vitamins like A, C, K, and B complex, which support improved vision, enhanced immunity, blood clotting, and faster recovery. With its abundant iron content, nettle tea is an excellent choice for individuals with anemia or those who frequently feel fatigued. Beyond its nutritional value, nettle is a time-tested herb known for promoting kidney health. It acts as a natural diuretic, aiding the body in flushing out toxins through urine, reducing the risk of kidney stones, and supporting overall kidney function. For those dealing with urinary tract issues or water retention, nettle tea offers a safe, natural, and effective solution. Furthermore, nettle is a powerful anti-inflammatory herb containing compounds like polyphenols and flavonoids that help alleviate swelling and pain. Regular consumption of nettle tea can soothe symptoms of arthritis, osteoarthritis, or autoimmune conditions like lupus, while also improving blood circulation for faster recovery after injuries or strenuous activity. Another lesser-known benefit of nettle is its ability to balance hormones. It supports adrenal function, helps regulate stress hormones like cortisol, and boosts overall well-being. For women, nettle tea can be a fantastic ally in easing discomfort during menstruation or menopause, including cramps, hot flashes, and mood swings. Additionally, it aids digestion by stimulating the digestive system, enhancing nutrient absorption, and preventing constipation. With its detoxifying properties, nettle tea also brightens the skin, reduces acne, and promotes a natural, radiant glow from within. In today's fast-paced world, as many move away from natural remedies, nettle tea serves as a reminder of the wisdom of previous generations, those who valued simplicity and purity in their diets. A cup of nettle tea is more than just a soothing drink. It's a potent elixir that strengthens the body from within, symbolizing the perfect harmony between humans and nature, a simple yet effective remedy straight from your garden.
The next one we're going to look at is chickweed. And I found some very good specimens of chickweed. Now, chickweed looks very, very similar to radium. Yep, you probably can hardly see the difference there. So there is a way to tell the difference. And with the chickweed, it'll have one little rootstock, and the plant can spread right out about this big. In fact, if I've got chickweed in my garden, I know all I have to do is go underneath, find the root, and I've got all of that away. It'll spread out. And chickweed is a delightful herb. Feel free to come up and have a chew of the leaf. It is not bitter at all, so it's very, very nice in your salads. So the chickweed can be thrown in your soups and your stews, and all the minerals will go in there. But you can see how the leaf is not as dark as the stinging nettle. It still has some iron, it still has some minerals, but it has quite a shallow root. I don't think I picked any root there. But medicinally, the chickweed is an anti-itch herb. And I know when my children had contact with chickenpox or measles, the next few days we're weeding in the garden, and my daughter Emma would say, "Leave the chickweed, Mum, we're going to need that." And for measles, chickenpox, itchy things, you can pour boiling water on it And the tea, when it cools, you can put into ice trays. So you've got chickweed tea ice cubes. And when someone has an itch, they get that out, and you know what ice will do to itch? So if ever you've got an itch, don't scratch it, because when you scratch an itch, it brings relief, but then what does it do? It's even worse. And if the scratching continues, the skin can break, and if the skin breaks, then an infection can come. Whenever you feel itch, grab an ice cube and just hit it. Now the beauty of making chickweed tea ice cubes, you've got a double effect of not only the ice to kill the itch, but you've also got the herb. If someone has chickenpox, measles, you can make a bath and throw a heap of chickweed in the bath and they can bathe in the chickweed bath. Can you see that? That will actually stay there. If I pull that hard, I can break that little inside thread. But that little thread in the middle is your identifying factor. So that's the main thing with chickweed. It can be eaten. It's got nice array of minerals in it, and it's anti-itch.
When closely examining chickweed, its tiny internal threads reveal fascinating secrets and unexpected value. What many don't realize is that brewing chickweed into tea can provide remarkable health benefits. When steeped, the leaves release a wealth of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, A, D, calcium, magnesium, and iron. This nutrient-rich combination creates a natural elixir that supports digestion, detoxifies the body, and even improves skin health. Chickweed tea not only alleviates constipation, but also has purifying properties, aiding the body in eliminating toxins through the liver and kidneys while enhancing digestive efficiency. In addition to its detoxifying effects, this wild-growing plant contains anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds that help reduce swelling and soothe irritated skin. This is why chickweed is often used not only in teas, but also in creams to treat issues like acne, eczema, and dermatitis. Furthermore, it boosts the immune system by providing natural nutrients that help the body fight off illnesses, especially during seasonal changes. However, in today's modern diet, we often overlook humble and easily accessible plants like chickweed, opting instead for processed foods packed with additives that offer little to no real nutritional value. This irony is striking, as chickweed, a wild and natural plant, holds the potential to reduce dependence on pharmaceuticals, supporting the body's natural functions without relying on artificial chemicals. Chickweed is not just a reminder, but a call to rethink what we consider worth consuming. It stands as a symbol of nature's humility and strength, challenging the norms of current dietary practices. Perhaps it's time to reassess, embrace nature's gifts, and incorporate these wild plants into our lives for more sustainable health.
Cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a remarkable herb. And cayenne pepper has three effects. Cayenne pepper, number one, thins the blood. Number two, it is a vasodilator. So I'm teaching you some medical terms here. Does everyone remember what a vasodilator is? It opens the blood vessels. So if the blood vessel's this wide, you take a vasodilator, it'll open it this wide. A vasodilator, vaso meaning vascular, blood system, it opens the blood vessels. So that's number two, what it does, it's a vasodilator. So that's number two. And number three, it strengthens the arterial walls. So if a person has had a build-up in the arteries, if I had build-up in my arteries, I would not have a bypass. What I would do is I would start taking 2 capsules of cayenne pepper 3 times a day. Strengthens the arterial walls. Some people say, but is that safe? Does anyone ever say to their doctor when they're given cholesterol-lowering medication, is that safe? Or when they're given aspirin, is that safe? Do you know they're not? They're not. But remember what the doctor says, it's impossible to abuse cayenne pepper. It might feel like it's burning, but it's tingling. The other doctor said it'll never cause a lesion. You know what that means? It will never damage the lining of your gut. And if you've got a stomach ulcer, it'll even heal that. Yes?
How many capsules was it again?
2 capsules 3 times a day. Now that's quite a strong dose, but if someone's coming off blood thinning medication, and if anyone's on warfarin, because you know that's what it is, it causes rats to bleed to death, so they don't just give as much to humans. But I've known people that have said they just brush their arm and they bruise. Their blood just comes out of their nose. They're on too much. So that can be stopped immediately. I can't tell you what to do with your medication, but I can tell you what I would do, and I would go on 2 capsules 3 times a day. Remember what the good doctor said, a medical doctor in Jethro Kloss's book, he says, you cannot overdo it. You cannot abuse cayenne pepper. And you watch, if you're taking that much, your digestion will improve, your bowels will become nice and regular. Some people say, but isn't it a stimulant? It is, but do you know what it stimulates? Blood. It's a blood stimulant. I'm not interested in a nervous system stimulant, which is caffeine, which is refined sugar, which is alcohol, which is nicotine. They're nervous system stimulants. But remember what Leviticus 17:11 says? The life of the flesh is in the blood. So anything that stimulates blood stimulates life.
Cayenne pepper is truly a superfood for anyone concerned about cardiovascular health, particularly blood pressure and arterial health. Few people realize that, beyond strengthening arterial walls, cayenne can also naturally help unclog arteries. This benefit is rarely highlighted, perhaps because it challenges the reliance on modern pharmaceutical solutions. This fiery spice not only invigorates the palate, but also acts as a natural pump, boosting blood circulation throughout the body while effectively lowering blood pressure. Cayenne provides a holistic approach to heart health, delivering positive changes without the need for harsh chemicals. Simply mix a small amount of cayenne powder into warm water to create a mild spicy tea. With just a small daily dose, you'll notice significant improvements in circulation and healthier arteries. Incorporating cayenne into your routine is a way to harness the natural healing power of herbs, offering renewal and balance for the body. By relying on nature's solutions like this, we not only protect our health but also avoid unwanted side effects from synthetic chemicals, paving the way for more sustainable wellness.
The other herb is hawthorn berry. Hawthorn berry strengthens the heart. In fact, if the blood pressure's low, it'll bring it up. If it's high, it'll bring it down. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God made herbs for the service of man. The hawthorn berry comes in, and whatever your body needs to do, whatever your heart needs to do, it will work with that. You can take it in many ways. You can take it as a herb tea. If you take it as a herb tea, being a dried berry, it needs to be gently simmered. And the rule of thumb is 2 teaspoons to a cup of water, and ideally you would have a litre of that a day. Or you can buy it in a capsule form or a tablet form, and you can take up to 4,000 milligrams a day. It's a very safe herb, and you can use it even in conjunction with blood pressure medication.
Hawthorn berries are truly a miraculous gift from nature for the heart. This remarkable herb not only naturally regulates blood pressure, raising it when too low and lowering it when too high, but also strengthens the heart muscle and improves arterial health. This is why hawthorn has long been regarded as a holistic solution for cardiovascular issues, offering balance and sustainable support for the circulatory system. Despite its powerful benefits, hawthorn is often overlooked by modern medicine, which tends to focus on synthetic drugs. This is unfortunate, as hawthorn, with just a bit of patience in its use, whether brewed into tea or taken as a supplement, can serve as a natural and harmonious way to care for heart health. It not only helps regulate heart rhythm, but also promotes better blood circulation, reduces stress, and enhances cardiovascular endurance. Preparing hawthorn is simple and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Gently simmer about 2 teaspoons of dried hawthorn berries per cup of water for a few minutes, and you'll have a delicious, nutrient-rich tea to support a healthy heart. With hawthorn, nature has truly gifted us a safe, effective, and natural method for heart care.
Garlic is also a blood thinner and vasodilator. Ginger is also a blood thinner and also a vasodilator. Remedies said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. How nice when medicine can be our food. I've had some people say to me, I'm spending a fortune on supplements. How nice when our food can be our healers. Ginger can be taken in many ways. My favourite is to grate it and pour boiling water on it and drink it. I love a hot ginger tea. We also put it in some of our juices. If I'm travelling and there's nothing to eat and I see there's a juice bar, I'll get carrot, celery and apple juice with double ginger. Oh, it's very nice. Now we're going to have a look at ginger. Ginger can be used internally and ginger can be used externally. Internally, it's an anti-inflammatory, but it's probably mostly known for its anti-nausea effect. If you buy car sickness or seasickness tablets, it's compressed ginger. Now the easiest way I think to have this is to grate it. So you grate it on that little grater and you'll grate about a teaspoon and you put it in a little teapot and pour boiling water on it and let it sit probably 10 minutes. Now that might be too strong for you, but I love it. I love it like that. If it's too strong, you just water it down a little bit. If someone's very cold, maybe they've been caught out in the cold or something and it's very hard to warm them up, give them a cup of hot ginger tea and it will warm them up very nicely. So it can be used for nausea, it can be used to warm a person if they're chilled or cold. And you saw too, it is one of the recipes in the flu bomb. I was at a function, it was a health seminar, and in the break everyone went and had their herb teas and there was a girl with a tiny little grater grating ginger. And I said, ginger. She said, I'm an entertainer, I'm a singer. She said, I was in Greece last year and I lost my voice. And a little Greek lady made me a hot ginger tea. She said, I sung that night. So she said, I travel with my little grater everywhere I go. So very nice on a sore throat or hoarse throat.
Ginger, a familiar spice and a treasure in the realm of natural health, goes far beyond its traditional roles of relieving nausea or keeping the body warm during colder months. In fact, ginger is a powerful tool for managing blood pressure and enhancing arterial health, a benefit many tend to overlook. This herb naturally dilates blood vessels, improves circulation, and effectively lowers blood pressure. Additionally, ginger helps cleanse arterial plaques, reducing the risk of blockages and ensuring a healthier heart every day. One of the simplest ways to reap ginger's incredible benefits is by brewing it into a robust cup of tea. With just a few slices of fresh ginger or a pinch of ginger powder and warm water, you can create a delicious drink that not only warms your body, but also protects your cardiovascular health. I often hear skepticism. Can something as simple as ginger really be that effective? And yet, it's this simplicity that embodies the beauty of nature's gifts. No need for complexity or chemicals, but delivering profound effects nonetheless. While we may be busy searching for complex pharmaceutical solutions, the answer has often been right there in your kitchen all along. A cup of ginger tea not only provides relaxation, but also serves as a powerful, sustainable solution for heart health. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore another wonderful herbal tea in the pursuit of natural health. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and comment to spread the value to more people. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel today to stay updated on more health secrets to come. Let's work together toward a healthier and more balanced life.